Hi, I'm Selva. I'm from Kanjipuram. Now I'm working as a video content creator in Krya team.
Hello everyone, it's very nice to meet you. My name is Mukherjee. I'm a part of Krya.
Hi, my name is Darshana and I am 23 years old. I work in Krya as a content manager.
So all of us here at the Krya team, we were planning a marketing calendar, and while we were doing that, we were shooting videos of ourselves, during which we realized that during this period, most of us have either looked really fatigued or tired or just really worn out and in tatters all throughout, which affected our productivity. So we were wondering, why does that happen?
After joining the Krya team, I learned a lot of Ayurvedic techniques that help us with cope with stress and anxiety of lockdown. So I became interested to understanding them better.
When we were talking to the whole marketing team in itself, and we came across this whole idea of like, why not discuss this with the rest of the world, right? Because everybody is going through this, and these Ayurvedic practices such as hair oiling and following Dinacharya and Abhyanga and all of that. I mean, when we know it, why not spread it to the rest of the world? And also at the same time, we decided to take that as a challenge.
So for the purpose of this challenge, what I tried to do was understand each member of the Krya team and the specific challenges they were going through and help design a very simple Ayurvedic wellness routine for them. I kept in mind that many of them were new to the whole world of Ayurveda, and I didn't want to overwhelm them with routines that may seem very difficult to adopt. So for the wellness routines that I designed for the Krya team, I looked at very simple things that they were all used to and could have done during their childhood. There was a common theme that I saw across everyone in the Krya marketing team, and that had to do a lot with the nature of the people they were and the kind of job they were doing. From their job, we run a coordinated marketing team which is actually distributed, so there's a lot of work they have to do to plan stuff that goes out on our marketing schedule together. They do a lot of analysis and they do a lot of coordination with each other. There's also a lot of creativity and flexibility involved because we have to keep changing according to what the consumer wants to see. So there's a little bit of jugglery and creativity involved. So I can see that all of us were utilizing the gifts that both Pitta and Vata dosha has to offer. Every time we take the gifts of a dosha, we also have to be aware that we could also end up aggravating it, which is what is happening to everyone.
Hi, basically I'm a travel photographer and also I'm a freelance video editor from the past 3 years. Video editing தானே எனக்கு ட்ராவல் பண்ணுறது ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும். ட்ராவல் பண்ணி நிறைய ஃபோட்டோஸ் எடுக்கணும், நிறைய டாக்குமெண்ட் பண்ணணுன்றது தான் என்னோட மெயின் பேஷனே. இந்த லாக்டவுனால் என்னால் எங்கேயுமே ட்ராவல் பண்ண முடியல. ஸோ டோட்டலாக என்னோட ரொட்டீன் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஃப்ரீலான்ஸ் வீடியோ எடிட்டர்லேருந்து ஃபுல் டைம் வீடியோ எடிட்டராகவே என்னோட ரொட்டீன் மாறிடுச்சு. என்னோட டெய்லி ஷெடியூலே மாறிடுச்சு. ஆக்சுவலாக முன்னாடிலாம் நிறைய ட்ராவல் பண்ணி டெய்லி ரெகுலர் சன்செட்ஸ் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் பிளேஸஸில் பார்த்து நிறைய ஃபோட்டோஸ் எடுப்பேன். பட் இப்போ என்னால் சுத்தமாக முடியல. இப்போ என்னோட மெயின் ப்ரொஃபஷன் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஃபுல் டைம் வீடியோ எடிட்டர் அண்ட் ஆல்சோ கண்டென்ட் கிரியேட்டர் கிரியேட்டிவ். ஸோ என்னோட முழு நேரம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கம்ப்யூட்டர் முன்னாடியே மாறிடுச்சு. இதனால் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நான் எப்பவுமே ஐம் நைட் பர்சன் ஆக்சுவலி. நான் இருந்தாலுமே அரௌண்ட் 1 o'clock போல நான் தூங்கிடுவேன். பட் இப்போலாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஃபுல் டைம் கம்ப்யூட்டர் முன்னாடி இருந்து அரௌண்ட் 3 to 4 ஆகிடுது ஏர்லி மார்னிங். ஸோ என்னோட மார்னிங் பிரேக்ஃபாஸ்ட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா லஞ்ச் டைம் தான் சாப்பிட்றேன். என்னோட லஞ்ச் டைம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா என்னோட லஞ்ச் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஈவினிங் ஸ்நாக்ஸாக சாப்பிட்றேன். ஸோ என்னோட ஷெடியூல் டோட்டலாகவே தலைகீழாக மாறிடுச்சு. ஸோ ஐ ஹேட் டிஸ்கஷன்ஸ் வித் Preethi and she suggested me 2 products. The first one was Pada Abhyanga, which I received the classic Abhyanga oil. Pada Abhyanga was nothing but before the sleep we just want to massage your foot before the sleep in 15 minutes. In last week also in our team YouTube channel I just edited how to do the Pada Abhyanga, so I learned the techniques also, and it's really helpful for the better sleep, deep sleep, and also the tiredness, and actually it helps to reduce the eye strains also. Another suggestion I had received the Shema oil. Actually, oiling our hair is a very basic habit for everyone. But in this oil, we had some extra special herbs for reduce the stress. Before the lockdown, நான் நிறைய travel பண்ணுவேன். So my ideas, my creativity எல்லாமே. So I'm getting relaxed and getting my creativity. But in this lockdown, I'm totally inside the one single room in front of the computer all the day. So I'm lot of stressed I had. Finally, during the creative meetings, we had a session with Ayurvedic Vaidyas. He suggested silent meditation. Actually, it's good for everyone's health, especially in this lockdown. So I just want to read more about the silent meditation and practice in this lockdown. And I'm really looking forward to this challenge. Let's see.
Selva is a very intense, thoughtful guy. He works on product photography and bringing the videos to life at Krya. And he spends a lot of time planning his shots, understanding which how to bring magic back into the video. And like most video editors, he ends up working a lot at night because it's just calmer and quieter at that time. So with Selva, I found that he was having a case of both aggravated pitta and aggravated vata. The pitta was due to his nature and the vata was due to the nature of his work, right? So for Selva, I used a mix of wellness practices that would help calm both pitta and vata down. So I focused a lot on giving him oils for the hair, washes for the hair which were chosen from our pitta range. I also asked him to do regular padabhyangas at night because that helps control both pitta and vata dosha, and of course abhyanga in general to help bring down the accumulated vata due to night vigil or ratri jagrata.
I work in the editing section and I also appear for videos such as these, so I can build a connection with the community that we have. I'm 20 years old. I recently had my birthday in June. But there's one additional thing that really interests me right from the age, and that's Indian culture. So for this, I used to write in a publication which covered Indian culture a lot. So in a family that I've grown up in, there's always been a lot of Indian culture aspects involved in most of the teachings that were done to us, right? And when I was looking at places online, I came across Krya, and which is what struck a chord in me. Is Krya takes something so modern, which is say skincare, and does it in an traditional Indian cultural way, which is not something you get to see anymore. And that's really where it strikes a chord. That's the bit that I work at Krya, and I'm really happy to be working here. Everyone here in the team is extremely accommodating, and best yet, I get solutions to the problem that I'm facing in my daily life. So for instance, take the fact that during this lockdown I was feeling extremely anxious because I used to be glued to my laptop the entire time. So I had examinations and all of it was really getting to my head. So the things that I used to do for it was, number one, I used to have a cut-off time, which is what Preethi and Shinvas recommended, was have a cut-off time. So at 9 o'clock you turn off all the internet, turn off all the computers, and then you go to your bed and you do something that doesn't require you to look at a screen, right? Along with that, I also started oiling my hair a lot. So I use one of these oils. It's called the Harmony Hair Oil. This is from Krya. So you use this, and basically what happens is it's good for your anxiety, and it really makes your hair extremely silky and much more smooth than it used to be. So the hair that you see now, it's still pretty frizzy, but it used to be even more like an afro. So, and that's completely because of this and this. So these are two hair oils that have helped me a lot. And additionally, along with that, one thing that I've learned to do is doing the padabhyanga before I go and sleep. So the padabhyanga is basically you massage your legs with this particular oil. You just take a bit of it in your hands and then you massage your feet, say 15-20 minutes before you go to bed. It's extremely good for sleep. So I used to have a problem with waking up in the middle of the night because I was so stressed.
Atri is actually one of the youngest Krya members in the marketing team. He's very intensive, very thoughtful, very cerebral and very intellectual. He does a lot of our writing pieces. He puts together our scripts. He's also working on our podcast. So he does a lot of thinking, and he dabbles in in a lot of culture. He's interested in podcasts and music. Lots and lots of interests. But it's very clear when you interact with Atri that here is someone who's actually really harnessed the gifts that Pitta dosha has to offer. The gifts are analysis, right brain thinking, focus, getting things done, right? But as always, when you overuse a dosha, you also get some of the cons of that dosha. So you can see it in the fact that Atri already wears glasses. So for his Ayurvedic wellness routine, I focused almost completely on harnessing and reining in over-aggravated Pitta dosha. So we looked at products for hair oiling for him, for hair washes. All of these were chosen from our Classic Plus range. I also spent a lot of time on Padabhyanga for him. And here's the sneaky thing about an Ayurvedic face lepa. It's not just for skin. That's just the secondary benefit. The first benefit is helping rein in Pitta, which is focused in the face. So it's excellent if you have eye strain, if you wear glasses, and if you overuse your eyes. So this was the wellness routine that I designed for Atri.
For lockdown, I used to move about quite a bit. My previous job was quite far away, so I had to travel a bit, and my vice was to go play board games and meet new people. and there was this one board game cafe that I hung out most of my time, spent most of my time at this board game cafe. Sleep is still very disturbed. I struggle to fall asleep, and I initially started experiencing a lot of hair fall. And when talking to Preethi, came to realize that there are like basic small practices such as hair oiling would help with this uncertainty in itself, right? So what I decided to take up for myself was Padabhyanga, because I've done this before and I know it, and it works brilliantly for me. So I decided to take up the Padabhyanga challenge, which is basically massaging your feet at night before sleeping. And then I also took up the hair oiling challenge, which is oiling my hair every day. I know it's gonna be a little tricky because I don't like having my hair oily, but then after working for Krya and having used some of the Krya products already, and having experienced it, I do see the benefits of it, and I still don't do it every day. So I think this will help me help push me to do it every day. So I'm looking forward to this. I can't wait to see how it helps me. I'm sure it's going to help me cope with this current lockdown a lot better than I am coping with it right now. Yeah.
Darshana is one of those really creative, energetic go-getters, so she's full of ideas. She comes up with a ton of ideas, and she's very quick to execute things, and she has lots and lots of interests. So this is example of a person who really utilizes the gift of Vata dosha and has a very strong Vata component in their Prakriti. Darshu also has a ton of interests, so you often see her scrolling through her phone, talking to her friends, and having a very active social life. Because of the nature of her interests and her general Prakriti, she does tend to stay awake more at night, do a lot of screen time at night. So this tends to aggravate Vata dosha in the body. So to help calm Vata dosha down, I've suggested that Darshu adopt a regular Padabhyanga, a regular mini and full Abhyanga, and also do a bit of head oiling, because as we know, oil across the body helps calm Vata dosha down. So did these ancient Ayurvedic wellness routines work for the Ayurvedic neophytes of Krya? Did it help control their Pitta and Vata? Did it help reduce their stress and bring more harmony and balance into their life? Stay tuned for the next episode to find out more.
Stay tuned to see how these Ayurvedic practices that we take up as a Krya team work out for us during this lockdown. For more videos, please like, share and subscribe, and keep following us. See you next time.